move to our next part of the session, which is Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita class. May I know who all have joined the call this morning? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This is Niharika from Bloomington.
Hare Krishna Niharika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much for joining Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj and all the assembled Vaishnavas. This is Kirti Dasundari Dasi.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Kirti Dasundari Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much for joining Mataji and giving you a nice, valuable association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Kaumadiki Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indu from Lincoln.
Hare Krishna Hindu Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much for joining Mataji and giving very nice, valuable services. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Is there anyone else who would like to introduce themselves? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Prabhuji has not joined yet.
He's there, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, I am here, Mataji.
Oh, okay.
Thank you very
Welcome.
much, Mataji. I am very, very grateful to you for giving me this opportunity, and also very grateful to Preeti Vilasini Mataji and Kirti Dasundari Mataji. Today we will be discussing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj, and we will be discussing, I think, around 10 or 11 verses. So we will start with chanting our Mangala Charan prayers. Om Ajnanatirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtham Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha कृष्णपदान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमा ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूप स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So dear devotees, today we will be continuing our study of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita written by our Acharya Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj and we will be studying from the Antya Leela. I think this is chapter 16 if I remember correctly. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tastes the nectar from the lips.
Yes, chapter 16, text number 77 onwards, Prabhuji.
Which chapter, Mataji?
Chapter 16 and
Chapter
text
16.
number 77 onwards.
Yes. So I just shared my screen. Is everyone able to see, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Text 77. So we'll get started. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is describing this Antya Leela of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In the Antya Leela of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Radha Bhav predominates. The mood of Srimati Radharani, the sentiments and emotions, the divine emotions of Srimati Radharani predominate. And Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is describing that the last 18 years of his pastimes, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed exclusively in Sri Jagannath Puri Dham, in the house of Kashi Mishra in a small room called Gambhira. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is Lord Krishna himself, who has come very mercifully in this dark age of Kali to save all of us. And he is Krishna, he is the Yuga avatar, but on a very deep and internal level, he is having the emotions, the love, the feelings, the sentiments of the supreme devotee, the supreme personality of Godhead in the form of devotee, that is Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani is non-different from Krishna. Radha Krishna eka atma dui deha dhari anyone vilasa rasa aswadana kori. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describes in the Adi Lila that Radha and Krishna are one in Tattva. But for the sake of rasa aswadana kori, to taste rasa and to have loving reciprocation and relationship with one another, anyonya vilasa, they have come as dui dehadhari. They come in two features. Lord Krishna, who is the Vishay Vigraha, he is the object of our love, and Srimati Radhika Rani, she is the Ashraya Vigraha. She is the shelter for all the devotees. She is the abode of love. She is the abode of love. Krishna is the beloved, Krishna is the loved one, and Srimati Radharani is Radha. She is a supreme worshipper. She is a supreme devotee. So Krishna wanted to taste the sweetness of Radharani's love. Krishna wanted to understand his own beauty that Srimati Radharani alone can understand. And Lord Krishna wanted to experience the bliss that Srimati Radharani feels when she sees Krishna, when she chants Krishna's names. So for these three internal reasons, Lord Krishna came with the emotions and sentiments and love of Srimati Radharani. This is called Radha Bhav. Srila Sarup Damodar Goswami has described this, and Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami writes this verse in the beginning of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikritir Haladini Shaktirasmad Ekatmana Vapi Bhuvi Pura Deha Bhedam Gatau Tau Chaitanyakhyam Prakatam Tadvayam Chaikyamaptam Radha Bhava Dyuti Suvalitam Naumi Krishna Swarupam. Hare Krishna. That who is Radharani? She is Krishna Pranaya Vikritir Aladini Shakti. She is the Ladini Shakti of Krishna. She is the pleasure giving potency, the Ananda Shakti, the Ladini Shakti of Krishna. Radha is Krishna Pranaya Vikritir Ladini Shakti Rasma. Radharani is Krishna's love who has manifested. And although eternally Radha and Krishna are one, they have appeared in two forms. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikritir Ladini Shakti Rasmad Ekatmana. Even though they are one, Radha and Krishna are one, there is no difference between Radha and Krishna. Radha and Krishna are one. Ekatmana Api Bhuvi Pura, but still since time immemorial. Anadikal. Eternally, even though they are one, but eternally Ekatmana Api Bhuvi Pura Deha Bhedam Gatauto. But still eternally they are appearing in two forms. Deha Bhedam Gatauto. They appear in two forms. So Radha and Krishna in Tattva are one, but for the sake of rasa, eternally Radha and Krishna are in two forms. Radha and Krishna, two forms. Ekatmana Api Bhuvi Pura Deha Bhedam Gatauto Chaitanyakhyam Prakatam Adhuna. So Radha and Krishna are two, but Adhuna, now in Kali Yuga, those two personalities of Godhead, Radha and Krishna, have again become one. So eternally Radha and Krishna are one, but eternally they are two, for the sake of enjoying loving reciprocation with each other. But now those two, Radha and Krishna, have become one again. Chaitanyakhyam Prakatam Adhuna. Adhuna, now they have appeared, Prakata, as Chaitanya. Chaitanyakhyam Prakatam Adhuna Twadvayam Chaikyam Aptam. Those two have become one. Why? Radha Bhava Duti Suvalitam Naumi Krishna Swarupa. It's Krishna only who has come, but with Radha Bhava. And also with the complexion of Radharani. So the heart and the emotions are of Radharani, Radha Bhava, and Radha Duti, the effulgence is also of Radharani, golden. So he is Krishna, but he's covered by the love of Radharani. And in the heart also he has emotions of Radharani. So it is explained by our acharyas that when Krishna decided to come for the three internal reasons to understand the Radha Pranay Mahima, what is the glory of Radharani's love. Radharani thought that if Krishna takes my mood, takes my emotions, takes Radha Bhav, if Krishna comes with Radha Bhav, he will undergo such ecstatic manifestations, such ecstatic symptoms he will experience. Sometimes he will fall, his skin will bleed, his joints will get dislocated, his limbs will enter his body. He will experience my Mahabhav. How can I let that happen to my Krishna? Therefore, I will cover Krishna with my own complexion. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not Ghanasham. He is Gaura Sundar. Instead of being Shama Sundar, he is Gaura Sundar. Because he is covered by Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi. He is covered by the complexion of Srimati Radharani to protect him, to care for him. Therefore, externally, he is embraced by the complexion of Radharani, and internally, he is embraced by the bhav, the mood, the emotions, the love of Radharani. This sweet manifestation is Krishna, Gaura Sundar. This is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Just see how wonderful Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. He is Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shad Aishwarya Purna Bhagavan. He has all the beauty of Krishna. Sucharo Vaktra Mandalam Surat Sukarana Ratna Kundalam Sucharachitanga Chandanam Namami Nandanandanam Sudirghanetra Pankajam Shikhi Shikhanda Murdajam Ananga Koti Mohanam Namami Nandanandanam Tribhanga Deha Sundaram Nakhadyuti Sudhakaram Amulya Ratna Bhushanam Namami Nandanandanam. He is Nandanandan Krishna, he is Sham Sundar Krishna, Ishvara Parama Krishna, Sat Chid Ananda Vigraha, Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. Premanjana Spurita Bhakti Vilochanena. Santa Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sundaram Achintya Guna Swarupam Govindam Adi Purusham Taham Bhajami. That Sham Sundar, who is the abode of all beauty, is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But the heart is that of the most merciful, most innocent, most loving, most compassionate Srimati Radharani. And the complexion also, the color, the complexion is also that of the most beautiful Srimati Radharani. So this is Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that we worship in our house, in our homes. The first deity that devotees are given to worship is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now tell me, is this a basic form of God that you worship? Basic worship. You worship, anybody can worship. And then when you become more advanced, then you go to other deities. Do you think it is like that? Impossible. Actually, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu is the highest, is the greatest. There is nothing beyond Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is everything because he is Krishna and he is Radharani. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahi Anya. Srila Narottam Das Thakur has said. So Radha and Krishna have come together in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when as devotees, we get Gaurnitai deities. And Nityananda Prabhu is our Adi Guru, Nityananda Ram, Balram. So we have the Adi Guru and we have the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the form, in the mood of Srimati Radharani, with the love of Radharani. That is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So how fortunate are those who are worshipping Gaur and Nitai in their homes. It is the highest form. It is not the most basic form. We should never think like that. Oh, when I make more advancement, then I will worship Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. When I make more advancement, then I will worship Radha and Krishna or Shaligram Shila or Govardhan Shila. It is not like that. Gaur Nitai. Gaur Nitai. Our 6 Goswamis are our main acharyas. And yes, they worshipped Radha Govinda Dev, they worshipped Radha Madan Mohan, they worshipped Govardhan Shila, they worshipped Radha Raman, they worshipped Shaligram Shila. Yes. But their Ishtadev, their main deity was Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, all the 6 Goswamis. Therefore, in this book, Stavavali of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, from which we are going to read today, it is translated by Srila Prabhupada's disciple, His Grace Kushakrat Prabhu. In the Stavavali, beginning there is Ashtakam, 8 verses glorifying Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Rupa Goswami also, in his Stavamala, he begins with Gauranga Ashtakam, Chaitanya Ashtakam. Even Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, our Prayojan Acharya, is writing Gauranga Ashtakam, Chaitanya Ashtakam, glorifying Mahaprabhu. So we are very fortunate if we have Gaurnitai deities at home. There is nothing else. We should just give our hearts to Gauranitai. Nityananda Prabhu is Adi Guru. All the gurus, the Akhanda Guru Tattva is Nityananda Prabhu. He's teaching us. He's Ananga Manjari. He's Radharani's younger sister. He's teaching us how we can worship Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Je jana Gaurango bhaje sehaya amar pranare. Bhaja Gaurango kaha Gaurango laha Gaurangera namare. Je jana Gaurango bhaje sehaya amar pranare. These are the words of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. He's telling us, please worship Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Because in the worship of Krishna, especially for us Kali Yuga people, very difficult. For Krishna worship, there is Pancharatri ki vidhi, very difficult in Kali Yuga, especially for us Grahasthas, to wake up the deity every day at the same time, to offer Aarti exactly same time, to offer Bhogas exactly at the same time, and there should be offering with roti, sabji, chawal, dal. There should be another offering with fruits. There should be sweet item. Everything at proper times. Not that today I'm busy, so I will offer the main bhoga in the evening. No, there is Bal Bhog, there is Raj Bhog. There are different offerings you have to make. At least 4 offerings, if not 6. So worshipping based on Pancharatri ki vidhi is the ideal, but for us in Kali Yuga it is very difficult, especially for Grihasthas, householders. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come and taught us Bhagavad Dharma. He has given us the Bhagavad Marg. There is Pancharatri Marg and there is Bhagavad Marg. And Bhagavad Marg is mainly worshipping through hearing and chanting, Shravanam Kirtan. Chanting Japa, chanting Kirtan, chanting Ashtakams, hearing Hari Katha, inviting devotees and having them speak Hari Katha, doing Sankirtan, Nam Sankirtan. This is how you worship the deity. This is Bhagavad Marg. And both are essential. In Kali Yuga, the Bhagavad Marg takes precedence. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching us all this. And therefore we are very fortunate, my dear friends. So we'll start today's class, verse number 77. Srila Kaviraj Goswami is describing the activities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Gambhira, in Sri Jagannath Puri Dham. And therefore it is important to understand what is the identity of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. He is Lord Krishna, but in the form of Srimati Radharani, who is the supreme devotee. Govinda Mohini Radha, Govinda Nandini, Govinda Sarvasva Sarva Kanta Shiromani. Srila Kaviraj Goswami describes who is Radharani. Govinda Nandini Radha. Radharani is one who gives Ananda to Lord Govinda. Govinda Nandini Radha, Govinda Mohini. And she completely captivates the heart of Lord Krishna. Govinda Nandini Radha, Govinda Mohini, Govinda Sarvasva. She is Govinda Sarvasva. Radharani is everything for Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna knows nothing but Srimati Radharani. Govinda Sarvasva Sarva Kanta Shiromani. And Srimati Radharani is the leader of, she is the crest jewel of all the Kanta, all the consorts of Lord Krishna, which means Srimati Sita Devi, Srimati Rukmini Devi, Srimati Lakshmi Devi, Srimati Satyabhama Devi, Bhu Devi, all these consorts of the Lord, they are coming from Srimati Radharani. And Radharani is the topmost Kanta. Kanta Shiromani. Govinda Nandini Radha Govinda Mohini Govinda Sarvasva Sarva Kanta Shiromani. And the love of this Radharani is what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is experiencing. And he is not only tasting and relishing it, but he wants to distribute it also. He wants to distribute it to all of us. And in the Panchatattva, the main distributor is Nityananda Prabhu. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also distributed, but only for 6 years. Remaining 18 years he is relishing now. Now we are discussing the relishing pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He manifested his pastimes for 48 years. 24 years he was in Navadvip, where first of all he saw that in that period of Kali Yuga, people were very proud of their learning. So first he established himself as Nimai Pandit, the greatest, the most learned scholar, and he defeated everyone. So everyone surrendered to him. And then by becoming a devotee after getting initiation from Ishwar Puri Maharaj, Nimai Pandit became Nimai Vishwambhar. He became Bhavuk Nimai. And he converted all those proud people into the path of devotional service. And he established the Nam Sankirtan movement. That was the first 24 years. At the age of 24, he took sannyas. And for the next 6 years, he preached extensively. And then finally, he settled down in Jagannath Puri. And the last 18 years of his life are the Gambhira Leela, where there is mainly Vipralambha. So who is Jagannath? We have heard the story of Jagannath, and we will hear it again in the coming weeks, because now Jagannath Rath Yatra is coming up in the month of June. So who is Jagannath? Jagannath is Dwarkadhish, Krishna. Krishna who has left Vrindavan, and for a few years he has stayed in Mathura, feeling separation from his most beloved Vrindavan Dham. And then he has gone to Dwarka, further away. And in Dwarka, Krishna is always meditating on Sri Vrindavan Dham. He is always thinking of Srimati Radharani, Lalita Sakhi, Vishakha Sakhi, his parents, Nanda Baba, Yashoda Maya, his friends like Subal Sakha, Shridam Sakha, Sudam Sakha, Stoka Krishna, Madhumanga. He's thinking of all of his friends, all of his consorts, the gopis, young gopis, and he's thinking of his parents. All the time thinking of Vrindavan, thinking of the Vrindavan forests, thinking of his cows. He's in separation from Vrindavan. Always in separation from Vrindavan. Therefore, in the Jagannath Ashtakam, written by Sripad Shankaracharya, it is said that it is Sada Vrindavan, always Jagannath is giving Vraj Bhakti, if we have the right mood. Because Jagannath himself is in Vraja Bhav, he is in Mahabhav. Therefore, his limbs are going inside his body. His eyes are big, he's looking for Radharani. Where is Radha? Where is Radha? Where is Radha? So Jagannath is Krishna who is separated from his Vrindavan. And feeling separation from his Vrindavan, feeling Vipralamba, he is in Mahabhav, great emotion. And feeling intense separation from Vrindavan, he is looking for Radharani with unblinking eyes. His eyelids are gone, his eyes have become round and big. Great ecstasy. That is Jagannath. And who is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Jai Gaura Sei Krishna Sei Jagannath. Gaura, Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Jagannath are both Krishna. Jagannath is Krishna and Gauranga Mahaprabhu is Krishna. But see the difference. Jagannath is Krishna, Gauranga Mahaprabhu is Krishna. Jagannath is the mood of Krishna who is feeling separation from Vrindavan. He is Dwarkadish. And Gauranga Mahaprabhu is Krishna who is in the mood of Radharani. And he is searching for Krishna. Where is my Krishna? Where is my Krishna? Kaha mora Prananath Murali Vadan, Kaha Jaya, Kaha Paya, Shri Nandan Nandan. So it's Radharani looking for Krishna. My Krishna has left me. He has left Vrindavan. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? So Gauranga Mahaprabhu is Radharani searching for Krishna, and Jagannath is Krishna searching for Radharani, and both of them meet in Jagannath Puri Dham. That is Jagannath Puri Dham. It is Vipralambha Kshetra. It is Purushottam Kshetra, but it is Vipralambha Kshetra. Why? Because Jagannath is in Vipralambha and Radharani is in Vipralambha. Gauranga Mahaprabhu is in Vipralambha. And both of them meet every day in Jagannath Puri. And their union is so sweet. Mahaprabhu stands behind the Garud Stamba, and in the mood of Radharani, he is looking at Jagannath. He is not even looking at Subhadra and Baladev and Sudarshan. He is only looking at Jagannath. Why? Because Jagannath appears to Mahaprabhu as Shyam Sundar with his flute. Karena Venuranjitam Gati Karindra Ganjitam Dukula Pita Shobhanam Namami Nandanandanam. When Gauranga Mahaprabhu in Radha Bhav beholds the beautiful form of Jagannath, he is singing Karena Venuranjitam. He has beautiful flute in his hand. Gati Karindra Ganjitam. And he has the majestic, handsome, graceful gait of an elephant. He walks like a majestic elephant, holding a flute in his hand. And Dukula Pita Shobhanam. His Dukula, his clothes are Pitambar. Neelambara Dharo Radha, Pitambar Dharo Hari, Jivane Nidhane Nityam Radha Krishna Gatir Mama. Srila Jiva Goswami wrote in Yugal Ashtakam. So Krishna is wearing Pitambar. So Karena Venuranjitam Gati Karindra Ganjitam Dukula Pita Shobhanam Namami Nandanandanam. Our Gauranga Mahaprabhu in Radha Bhav is seeing Jagannath as Shyam Sundar, Nandanandan, Krishna. And Jagannath with his big eyes, unblinking eyes, when he is looking at Gaura, he is seeing Radharani. He is seeing Radharani because Gauranga Mahaprabhu is covered by the complexion, the effulgence of Radharani. And Jagannath is seeing Radharani, and Gauranga Mahaprabhu is seeing Shyam Sundar in the mood of Radharani. And both of them are meeting every day, my dear friends. So this is so sweet. This is Vipralambha Kshetra, Sri Jagannath Puri Dham. It is a very deep Siddhanta. So verse number 77. Shri Srimad Gaur Govind Maharaj explains all this in this very beautiful book, The Embankment of Separation. Everyone should read this book and cry. Very, very beautiful book. Feel like embracing this book to the heart. Shri Srimad Gaur Govind Maharaj wrote this book. Please buy this book and worship it and read it. It is so beautiful, this book. Embankment of Separation by Shri Srimad Gaur Govinda Maharaj. So verse number 77. Srila Kaviraj Goswami is describing the activities of Mahaprabhu in Vipralambha Kshetra. Bhaktagana Prabhu Sange Rahe Chari Mase, Prabhu Agya Dila Sabe Gela Gauda Deshe. Translation by our most beloved founder Acharya. Om Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parivrajaka Acharya Shtottara Shata Shri Srimad Abhay Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. All the devotees remained with Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continuously for 4 months. That is the Chaturmas. Then the Lord ordered them back to Bengal, and therefore they returned. So all the devotees headed by Shivananda Sen, Srivas Thakur, his family members, Shri Advaita Acharya and his family, his children, all of them, all these devotees from Navadvip, they would come every year and spend 4 months in Jagannath Puri. 200-300 of them would come, if not more. And they would spend time with their beloved Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for 4 months. But after that, Mahaprabhu would request them, now you go back home to Navadvip. And therefore they would go. Not that they wanted to go back. They are like waiting, oh, what to do? Mahaprabhu wants us to wait for 4 months. What about my crops? What about my house? Who is maintaining my house? Who is cleaning my house? There will be cobwebs when I go. No, not like that. They could not live without Mahaprabhu. Given a choice, they would live forever in Navadvip. But after 4 months, Mahaprabhu would send them back because they had their duties to do. Similarly, we also have our duties to do. We may like to hear Harikatha all day. We may like to hear Kirtan all day. We may like to chant all day. We may like to just spend time with devotees all day. We may just like to spend time with our deities, serving them all day. But we have duties to do. We have to work. We have to earn money in this world to maintain Krishna's family. Because our house is not our house. It is Radharani's house. So to maintain that, as a servant of Radharani, we have to go and get things for her, so she can perform her service to Krishna. We have to take care of our family members, in whose heart Krishna is living. Ishvara sarvabhutanam hridesha arjuna tishtati, who are devotees of Krishna. So to maintain Krishna's home, to maintain Krishna's family, we have to work. We have to take care of our family members. We have to cook. We have to clean. We have to look at the maintenance of the house. If something is broken, we have to fix practical things. So many things are there, and it is our responsibility. So we have to do that also. So Mahaprabhu would send them back. Go back to Navadvip and do your duties. Who will take care of Shachi Mata if you all stay here? So they had to go. That's why they went. So internally we maintain the taste for Krishna consciousness, but externally we have to divide our day to perform our duties also. So there are 3 types of duties. There are duties to Krishna, there are duties to our family members, and there are duties to the work and outside world, employer and the outside world. So we have to divide our time like that, performing these 3 duties. Duties to Krishna, duties to family members, and duties to our employer and the outside world. So we have to balance it nicely. Most important is duty to Krishna. We have to balance it nicely. Verse 78. तासबार संगे प्रभुर छिला भाई अज्ञान तार गेले पुनः हैला उन्माद प्रधान. Translation: As long as the devotees were in Nilachal Jagannath Puri, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu maintained his external consciousness. But after their departure, his chief engagement was again the madness of ecstatic love for Krishna. I was listening to a lecture by my spiritual master, Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj. There, those of you who want, I can share it. There, Maharaj clearly says that we have to become mad for Krishna. We have to become mad for Krishna. And he gives the example of the gopis of Vrindavan. Mahaprabhu is experiencing Radha Bhav, Gopi Bhav. So we have to become mad for Krishna, Maharaj was saying. The aim of our life is not to chant 16 rounds, follow 4 regulative principles, get initiated, and appear like a wise old devotee in a society of devotees, ISKCON. Everyone is respecting, everyone is thinking that I am well situated. That is not the aim of life. That is not the aim of life. Our aim of life is to practice Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Ye Jana Paryupasate. Ananya Bhakti. Continuous 24/7 devotional service. 24/7 devotional service. Tesham Satata Yuktanam Bhajatam Priti Purvakam Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam Yena Mam. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is repeatedly saying, it is not just Krishna consciousness for 2 hours in the morning when we are chanting our 16 rounds. No. We have to chant continuously. Sadatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dridavrata namasyantyascha mam nitya. Namashantya Mamam Bhaktya Nityayukta Upasate. Nityayukta Upasate. You have to be constantly engaged in devotional service. So our aim in life is not to chant 16 rounds, follow 4 regulative principles, get initiated, so that we feel that I'm going to get a better destination in my next life. And I will have one foot in material enjoyment and one foot in Krishna consciousness. That is half-baked devotional service. It is not good. That is not the aim. That is not the aim. We have to become pure devotees in this lifetime. We have to become pure devotees in this lifetime. And pure devotional service means exclusive devotional service. And we have to, that is the aim. That is the aim. That is what Mahaprabhu has come to give us. That is what the 6 Goswamis are giving us. That is what the 6 Goswamis are giving us. Gopi bhava rasamritabdhi lahari kallola magnau vande rupa sanatanau raghuyugau Shri Jiva Gopalakau. This Gopi bhav is what Mahaprabhu has come to give us. Gopi bhava rasamritabdhi lahari kallola magnau muhu. They are completely magna, completely engrossed, completely maddened with the sweet amrit, sweet nectar, nectarian ocean of Gopi bhav. Gopi bhav. Pyaro prema tarangini Shri Radhe, Pyaro prema tarangini Shri Radhe, Pyaro prema payo nidhi Govinda, Pyaro prema payo nidhi Govinda, Bhajo Radhe Govinda Shri Radhe, Bhajo Radhe Govinda Shri Radhe. Krishna is like the ocean of bliss. Anandam Buddhi. He is the ocean of bliss. And Srimati Radharani is the Prema Tarangini. She is the waves that splash us with ecstasy. Srimati Radharani. Bhajo Radhe Govinda Shri Radhe. Bhajo Radhe Govinda Shri Radhe. Pyaro prema tarangini Shri Radhe, Pyaro prema tarangini Shri Radhe, Pyaro prema payo nidhi Govinda, Pyaro prema payo nidhi Govinda, Bhajo Radhe Govinda Shri Radhe, Bhajo Radhe Govinda Shri Radhe. This is life. We have to just be completely absorbed in thoughts of Radha and Krishna. How we can assist our Guru Maharaj in the service of Radha and Krishna eternally. We have to become mad. We have to become mad. That is the path of Srila Rupa Goswami. If we are aspiring to become Rupanugas, then we have to aspire to become completely 100% Krishna conscious, completely mad. There is nothing in my life except Radha and Krishna. Krishna prema mahi Radha, Radha prema mayo hari, Jivane nidhane nityam Radha Krishna gatir mama. Radha Krishna prana mora yugala kishore. Jivane marane gati aranahi mo. Radha Krishna prana mor yugala kishore. Jivane marane gati ara nahi more. What Srila Jiva Goswami is writing in Yugalashtakam, that same Srila Narottam Das Thakur is writing. Same thing. Radha Krishna prana more yugala kishore. Radha Krishna prana more yugala kishore. This youthful couple, Yugala Kishore, Radha and Krishna, is my life and soul. Prana. Radha Krishna prana more Yugala Kishore. Radha Krishna prana more Yugala Kishore. Jivane marane gati aranahi more. There is nothing else in my life. So we have to live our life with this ambition. If someone wants to become a physician, a doctor, or someone wants to become an engineer or a lawyer, or MBA, we plan like that. First, I will finish my high school. Then I will do my graduation. Then I will go to medical school. Then I will do residency. Then I will take my board exams. Then I will pass my board exams. Then I will find a good practice and I will practice medicine. Or I will graduate from law school or MBA school or engineering school. I will find a job and I will practice. So we plan it nicely. If we plan it, then someday we will get there. So we have to plan to become mad for Krishna. Unmad Pradhan. Srila Kaviraj Goswami is describing Mahaprabhu. So we have to also become completely mad for Radha and Krishna. Gopi Bhav, Raj Bhakti. Any form of Raj Bhakti. Not just Gopi Bhav. It could be Vatsalya Prem. It could be Sakhya Bhav. It could be Dasya Bhav. Any of the four rasas. But because these four rasas give Krishna the most pleasure, according to Adi Lila of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. There is Shantaras also. But these four rasas are the ones that please Krishna the most. We should aspire for Dasya Bhav, or Sakhya Bhav, or Vatsalya Bhav, or Madhurya Bhav. Shringar Ras or Adi Ras. Gopi Bhav. So we should aspire to become completely mad for Krishna in Vraja Bhakti. If we have that constant aspiration, if that is our constant prayer when we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, by the mercy of Guru Gauranga Gopinath, someday we will get there. But we have to plan from now. That I want to plan my life like this. If I live long enough, if I live to be 60 years, I want to just do complete exclusive bhajan. Just serve the devotees, associate with devotees. Hear, chant, read. There is so much to read, my dear friend. We should make a plan. Bhagavad Gita. This 1 year I'm going to study Bhagavad Gita nicely with the purports. Bhakti Shastri or no Bhakti Shastri. That is secondary. That is external. Bhakti Shastri is good because it gives a systematic opportunity to study. It is time bound and it keeps us on track. So at least Bhakti Shastri everyone should do. Disciple course and Bhakti Shastri. After that, there are other things also. There is Bhakti Vaibhava, there is Bhakti Vedanta, there is Bhakti Sarabhava. But again, most important, we may do, we may not do. It's completely a personal choice. But most important is we must have a study plan for Swadhyaya, for reading Srila Prabhupada's books. This 1 year I'm going to study Bhagavad Gita. I'm going to study Srimad Bhagavatam the next year. The next year I'm going to study Chaitanya Charitamrita. And every day we should read verse, purports, and whatever we are reading, we should, important point, we should note down. And we should share with our friends. Yesterday I was reading like this in Srimad Bhagavatam. And then again we should start. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. These are the main books. Nectar of Instruction also and Nectar of Devotion also. These are the main books. And Brahma Samhita, even by Srila Saraswati Thakur, Prabhupada. After that, we should have a plan. I want to read Brihad Bhagavatamrita. I want to read. There are so many advanced texts. There is Ujjwal Nilamani. There is Govinda Lilamrita. There is Krishna Bhavanamrita. There is this Stavavali. There is Stavamala. So when are we going to read all these books? So we should have a plan now that I'm going to read all these books. I'm going to study these books. I'm going to increase my chanting. Now I'm chanting 18 rounds. Nobody should chant 16 rounds. I say this always. Nobody should chant 16 rounds. It's the minimum. We should never do what is minimum. So we should at least do 18 rounds. Now, if we are doing 18 rounds, we should have a plan to increase it slowly to 20 rounds, 22 rounds. Of course, we have to balance. So right now, only 18 rounds may be possible or 20 rounds may be possible because we are working, we have family. But we should have an aim that when I retire, I want to do that. What happens is people retire, but they don't have a taste for Krishna consciousness and they have never planned for higher things. So they retire. They have a nice 401k. Their house is paid off. Their car is paid off. They don't have any loans. They have liquid cash also in their savings. They have assets. And now they don't know what to do with their time. And then they get into so many distractions and diversions, even after retirement. They go on cruise, they go on vacation. I have not seen that place. I have not seen this place. I have not seen Greece. I have not seen Australia, New Zealand. and they want to go. It's the same thing. It is just one earth planet. It's the same thing. There is no need to go anywhere. Punah punascharvita charvanana. Just chewing what is chewed. It's the same thing. Same thing. Sorry. But Srila Prabhupada says, wet stool and dry stool. It's a stool. It's abominable. This whole planet is abominable. The demigods don't even come here in Kali Yuga because it is so abominable. So why waste time and money to see Alaska, to see South America? What is there? It is just a trick of the mind and the false ego. I went and I have conquered this place. My photograph in front of Eiffel Tower of Paris. Yes. I went and conquered France. I tasted and enjoyed the best thing that this country has to offer. Yes, I am the conqueror. I am Digvijay. Oh, I have enjoyed the natural beauty of New Zealand. Yes, I am the enjoyer. What is this? Oh, I have been to Singapore. Best shopping. I have enjoyed and tasted whatever Singapore has to offer. I am the Digvijay. I am the enjoyer. This whole vacationing desire comes from false ego, that I am the enjoyer. And that is the precise reason why we are in this material world, stuck. So we should have a plan for renouncing. And renunciation is only possible if we have an attachment. If we think that now I have read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, I am done, then what do we have to look forward to? Now in few months on Bhakti Sangha Japa group, Chaitanya Charitamrita reading will be completed. What are we going to do then? So we have to have a plan. For our Swadhyaya, for our Shravanam, we should have a plan. There is so much to do. We should not think, oh, I can never read Geet Govind. I will never be able to read Stavamala. Oh, it's very high stuff, high-fi stuff. Prabhupada never gave it. No, that is not the mentality. Prabhupada read all these books. Prabhupada relished Krishna Karnamrit. Prabhupada relished Geet Govind. He knew. He has tasted everything. And he is giving us based on time, place, and circumstances. So Prabhupada means to follow in the footsteps of Prabhupada. We should have a plan. First, I want to study Prabhupada's books. Then I want to study the Shat Sandarbhas. Our acharyas have given everything. Srila Prabhupada's disciples have given everything. Stavamala is Kushagat Prabhu has given. His Holiness Bhanu Maharaj, one of our GBCs and Prabhupada disciples, Bhanu Swami Maharaj. He has given us everything. So many books he has written. All the Acharya's commentaries practically he has translated. Vaishnav Toshani, Laghu Vaishnav Toshani, Sanatan Goswami and Jiva Goswamis, Bhavartha Darshini Tika of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He has given us the Brahma Sutras along with the Govinda Bhashya commentary of Baladev Vidyabhushan. He has given Govinda Lilamrit. He has given Krishna Bhavanamrit. He has given Geet Govind. All these books he has translated. Our acharyas have translated and given us. So we should read. We should read these books. Sri Srimad Gaur Govind Maharaj, when are we going to read his books? When will we read Mathura meets Vrindavan, Embankment of Separation? So we should have a plan. Every day I'm going to read. I'm going to hear. There is so much Harikatha to hear. When are we going to read? So we should have a plan to go deep and deep and deep and deep and deep in Krishna consciousness. That is the meaning of Prabhupada. So we go to verse number 78. So as long as the Navadvip Vasis were there in Jagannath Puri, Mahaprabhu was very controlled. Bhaya Gyan. He was aware of his externals. Because one should know how to interact with different types of devotees. Now the devotees of Navadvip, they were very advanced, but they had almost like a Vatsalya Prem for Mahaprabhu. Because they saw Mahaprabhu grow up as a child. So they had that type of love. So Mahaprabhu was manifesting ecstatic symptoms, was manifesting devotional symptoms in front of them, but it was limited because that relationship was there. But with his most intimate associates, Lalita and Vishakha Sakhi, who is Swarup Damodar Goswami and Ramananda Rai, Mahaprabhu was himself. He would manifest his Radha Bhava, that is Unmad Pradhan. So when the residents of Navadvip went back to Navadvip, our Mahaprabhu started again. Punaha means again. He started manifesting his symptoms of Radha Bhav. Verse 79. Ratri dine sphure Krishner rupa gandharasa sakshad anubhave yena Krishna upasparsha. Hare Krishna. Throughout the entire day and night, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu directly relished Krishna's beauty, rupa, fragrance, gandha, and taste, rasa, as if he were touching Krishna hand to hand. So, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, all these 5 sensations we have to use in Krishna's service. Mahaprabhu was doing that. Then let's see what happens one day. Ekadina Prabhu Gela Jagannath Darshane Simhadware Dala Aisi Karila Vandane. One day, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to visit the temple of Lord Jagannath, the gatekeeper at the Simhadwar approached him and offered respectful obeisances. Karila Vandane. The Dware Dalai Asi. Karila Vandane. At the gate of Simhadwar of Jagannath temple, the gatekeeper came. Dalai gatekeeper came and he offered obeisances. Verse 81. Tare bale kotha Krishna mora prananath more Krishna dekhao bali dhare tara hath. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him, where is Krishna, my life and soul? Please show me Krishna. Saying this, he caught the doorkeeper's hand. Dhare tara hath. Mahaprabhu is requesting the doorkeeper to give him Krishna. Give him Krishna. Where is Krishna? Kaha mora prananath murali vadan, kaha jaya kaha gaya, Shri Nanda Nandan. Seha kahe iha haya Vrajendra Nandan, aisa tumi mora sange karana darshan. The doorkeeper replied to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Vrajendra Nandan, the son of Maharaj Nanda, is here. Please come along with me. I shall show you. Very fortunate doorkeeper. Mahaprabhu is asking him. Just like the gopis, just like Radharani, when Krishna left the Rasa Leela, they were searching for Krishna. They were searching for Krishna. They were asking the deer, they were asking the peacocks, they were asking the trees and the plants and the flowers. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Have you seen Krishna? That same mood, Gopi Bhav, Mahaprabhu is displaying, experiencing. 83. Tumi mora sakha dekha, kaha pranana, etabali jagamohan, geladhari taraha. Lord Chaitanya said to the doorman, Tumi mora sakha, you are my friend. Please show me where the Lord of my heart is. Kaha prananath. After the Lord said this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the doorkeeper both went to the place known as Jagamohan, where everyone views Lord Jagannath. So the fortunate gatekeeper, he held the lotus hand, Kararavinda, of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and took him to the place from where everyone can have darshan of Lord Jagannath, the Jagamohan place. 84. Seha bole ei dekha Shri Purushottama, netra bhariya tumi karha darshana. The doorkeeper said to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, just see, here is the best of the personalities of Godhead, Shri Purushottama. From here, you may see the Lord to the full satisfaction of your eyes. Hare Krishna. It is such a benediction to see Krishna. The gopis were always crying in separation from Krishna. Shukdev Goswami explains in the Rasa Panchadhyayi, Iti gopya pragayantya pralapantyascha chitradha rurudhu suswaram rajan Krishna darshana lalasa. The chapter after the Gopi Geet, chapter number 32 of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam begins like this. Shri Shuka Uvacha. Iti gopya pragayantya. In this way, the gopis were singing. The Gopi Geet ends and then the next chapter begins like this. Iti gopya pragayantya pralapantyascha chitradha rurudhu suswaram rajan. O Rajan, O Parishit Maharaj, Shukdev Goswami is saying, O Rajan, rurudhu suswaram. The gopis were crying, but even the crying of the gopis is suswaram. It is very sweet, like a song. Rurudhu suswaram rajan Krishna darshana lalasa. Why? They were crying because Krishna darshana lalasa. They had the deep desire to have Krishna darshan. Same mood. Now you see to your full satisfaction, my Lord. See the darshan of Jagannath. Now Mahaprabhu is so happy. Verse 85. Garudera pachera hi kare na darshan. Dekhe na Jagannath haya murali vadan. Translation. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed behind the huge column called the Garud Stambha and looked upon Lord Jagannath. But as he looked, he saw that Lord Jagannath had become Lord Krishna with his flute to his mouth. Jagannath haya murali vadan. Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj in this book, Embankment of Separation, writes that if we have Radha Bhav, if we have Gopi Bhav, if we are following in the footsteps of Mahaprabhu, when we enter the temple of Lord Jagannath and we take darshan of Sri Jagannath will appear to us holding his Murali. He will appear as Murlidhar Krishna. Even to us, Gaur Govind Maharaj writes, verse 86. Ei lila nija granthe Raghunath Das Gaurangastava Kalpavrikshe Kariyache Prakash. In his book known as Gauranga Stava Kalpavriksha, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami has described this incident with the gatekeeper of Jagannath temple very nicely. I think this is the last verse for today. Yes, this is the last verse for today. Verse number 87. This is from the work of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. Gauranga Kalpavriksha Stava. Text 87. Kvamekantah Krishna stvaritamihatam lokaya sakhe Tvam eveti dvara dhipam abhivadan unmadiva Drutam gacchad drashtum priyam iti tad uttena dhritata Bhujantar Gaurango Hridaya Udayan Mamadayati. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. My dear friend, the doorkeeper, where is Krishna, the Lord of my heart? Kindly show him to me quickly. With these words, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu addressed the doorkeeper like a madman. The doorkeeper grasped his hand and replied very hastily, "Come, see your beloved." May that Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rise within my heart and thus make me mad also. Just Sri Srila Raghunath Das Goswami is praying for becoming mad for Krishna. Mam Madayati. May Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rise within my heart and thus make me mad also. This is our parampara, my dear friends. So this incident is described very beautifully by Raghunath Das Goswami in this Stavavali book. It's available on Amazon. It's available through Ras Bihari Lal also. You can order it. It is translated by Srila Prabhupada's disciple Kushakrat Prabhu, and it is there on KK Songs also. So we will read it quickly. We'll chant this beautiful prayer, Shri Gauranga Stava Kalpa Vriksha. The stava is like a kalpa vriksha, like a desire fulfilling tree, spiritual desire fulfilling tree. So we can all read together. Gatim drishtva yasya pramada gajavarye jana mukham cha Shri Chandro paridadhati thutkara nivaham swakantyaya swarna chalamadharayachiduchavachas Tarangair Gaurango Ridaya Udayan Mamadayati Alankrityatmanam Nava Vividaratnairivavala Vivaranatva Stambha Sputavachanakam Pashrupulakaihi Hasan Svidyan Nrityan Shitigiripater Nirbharamude Pura Shri Gaurango Ridaya Udayan Mamadayati Rasollasa Estirya Gatibhirabhito Varibhiralam Drishoshinchalokan Aruna Jalayantratvamitayo Mudadantair Dashtva Madhura Madharam Kampachalitay Natan Shri Gaurango Ridaya Udayan Mamadayati Vachin Mishravase Vrajapati Sutasyoru Viraha Shlathat Sandhitvad Dadhadadhika Dhairgyam Bhujapado Luthan bhumau katva vikala vikalam gad gadavacha rudan Shri Gaurango Ridaya Udayan Mamadayati Anudghatya Dwara Trayamuruchabhiti Trayamaho Vilangyochaya Kalingika Surabhimadhe Nipatitaha Tanudyat Sankochat Kamatha Iva Krishno Ruviraha Duraraj Gaurango Virajan Gaurango Ridaya Udayan Mamadayati Swakiyasya Pranar Buddha Sadrijat Gosthaya Viraha Pralapan Unmadat Satatamati Kurvan Vikaladhi Dadhad Bhitau Shashvad Vadana Vidhugharshena Rudhiram Chatotham Gaurango Ridaya Udayan Mamadayati. Now this is the verse that is there in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita that we read today, verse number 17. Kvame kantah Krishna stvaritam lokaya sakhe. Oh my sakha, oh my doorkeeper, please tvaritam, quickly take me to Krishna. Tvameveti dvaradhikam abhivadan unmada iva drutam gacchad drashtum priyamiti taduttena dhritata Bhujantar Gaurango Ridaya Udayan Mamadayati. The Madayati word is missing. It should be Madayati. Make me mad. Samipe Niladre Chataka Girirajasya Kalanadaye Goshte Govar Dhanagiripatim Lokitumitaha Vrajannasmit Uktva Pramada Ivadhavan Avardrito Ganeswar Gaurango Ridaya Udayan Mamadayati Alam Dola Khela Mahasi Varatan Mandapaptale Swarupena Swena Parani Jaganena Pimilitaha स्वयं कुर्वन्नाम्नामतिमधुरगानं मुरभिदः सरंगो गौरांगो हृदय उदयन्मामदयति दयं यो गोविन्दे गरुड इव लक्ष्मीपतिरलं पुरी देवे भक्तिं य इव गुरु वरययदुवरः स्वरूपे यः स्नेहं गिरिधर इव श्रीलसुबले विधत्ते गौरांगो हृदय उदयन्मामदयति महासम्पद्दावादपि पतितमुद्धृत्य कृपया स्वरूपे यः स्वीये कुजनमपि मां न्यस्य मुदितः उरो गुञ्जाहारं प्रियमपि च गोवर्धनशिलम् ददौ मे गौरांगो हृदय उदयन्मामदयति इति श्री गौरांगोद्गत विविध सद्भाव कुसुम प्रभाभ्राजत् पद्यावली ललित शाखं सुरतरुं मुहुर्योति श्रद्धौषधिवर बलत्पाठशलिलैर् अलम सिंचेद विंदे सरस गुरुतल्लोकन फलम। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. The Falashruti of this poem given by Srila Raghunath Das Goswami is as follows. This poem is like a celestial desire tree, Kalpavriksha, whose charming branches are its verses. So this composition, this poem is like a desire tree, and all the 11 verses are the branches of this tree. Those branches appear very splendid because of the blossoming flowers of variegated expressions of ecstatic love for Lord Gauranga that grow there. Now we have run out of time. I was planning to read, actually in this book, Stavavali, I have the word for word translation for this whole Ashtaka, for this whole song, but we have run out of time. So I'm just reading the last verse, the Falashruti. Basically, in this poem, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami has described the various ecstatic manifestations of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, it is written that blossoming flowers of variegated expressions of ecstatic love for Lord Gauranga grow on the branches of this tree. If a person regularly waters this tree with lots of water, of careful and pure reading, so we don't even have to understand the meaning, we have to just carefully read it. Pure reading mixed with the powerful plant food of great faith. So just like we plant Tulsi Maharani, and every so often we have to put some plant food, organic plant food for Tulsi Maharani to become healthy, so that more manjaris, more leaves will grow. So the plant food, the nutrition for this Kalpavriksha is faith. We should have faith in our Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So if we have faith, he will certainly be able to taste the tree's heavy nectarian fruit. What is that fruit? The personal audience of Lord Gauranga, which means we will see Gauranga Mahaprabhu face to face. If with faith, we regularly read this work. So unfortunately, I don't have time to describe this beautiful poem. I was planning to do it word to word. But I will stop here, my dear friends. So this is a very, very deep tattva of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Shri Kshetra, Jagannath Puri Dham. And these beautiful reciprocations, how Mahaprabhu is standing behind the Garud Stamba, the Garud pillar, and taking darshan. Very shyly, he is just looking only at Jagannath, avoiding Jagannath's elder brother, Baladev, avoiding their younger sister, Subhadra Devi. He is just looking at Jagannath. And Jagannath is looking for Radharani in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is going on, my dear friends, in Jagannath Puri Dham. So Krishna Leela and Gaura Leela, they are one Leela. And this Leela, I am concluding, my dear friends, so please hear very carefully. There is Krishna Leela and there is Gaur Leela. Krishna Leela and Gaur Leela are one. They are continuation and they flow together. And this is called Leela Pravaha, the flow of the Leela. Leela Pravaha, like a river. It is flowing. Like Ganga, like Yamuna. Leela Pravaha is flowing. Gaur Leela and Krishna Leela. And just like a Leela, just like a river has two tata, two banks. Please listen carefully, my dear friends. Krishna Leela and Gaur Leela are flowing. They are one. Krishna Leela and Gaur Leela are flowing. This is called Leela Pravaha. And just like a river has two banks, on the two sides, there are two banks. Similarly, this Leela Pravaha, Nadi, the Leela, the river of the Leela of Gaur Leela and Krishna Leela also has two banks. Tata. One bank is Milan, union, and the other bank is Vipralambha, Sambhog. Krishna Leela in the spiritual world is Milan Pradhan. In Goloka Vrindavan, in Krishna Leela, there is no Vipralambha like we see in the Prakata Leela that happened 5,000 years ago, where Krishna left Vrindavan and went to Mathura and Dwarka. That never happens in Goloka Vrindavan in the spiritual world. It is Milana Pradhan. There are no demons there either. So Nitya Leela is going on. The separation is there, but how? Krishna goes for Gocharan Leela and Radharani feels separation. Atati yadabhavana hanikananam truti yugayate tvama paschatam kutila kuntalam shri mukham chate jada udikshatam pakshma kridrisham. That type of short separation is there in the spiritual world also. But not like in the Prakat Leela, where Krishna goes away for years. Never like that. The Ashtakali Leela is going on in Golok Vrindavan, very beautiful. They are woken up in the Nikunjas by Vrinda Devi, and then they go to their homes. Radharani goes to her palace in Barsana, Krishna goes to Nandagaon, and then they pretend to be sleeping there, and they are woken up by their mothers, Kirtida Mata and Yashoda Mata. And then Radharani gets ready with her Sakhis, Lalita Sakhi, Vishakha Sakhi, and all the Sakhis, Ashta Sakhis, all the Manjaris, Rupa Manjari, Lavanga Manjari, who is Sanatan Goswami, Rati Manjari, Raghunath Das Goswami. They all come with Radharani to Nandagaon, to Nanda Bhavan, the house of Yashoda Maiya. And Radharani cooks with the help of all her maid servants. She cooks for Krishna. And Krishna wakes up, gets ready, he milks the cows, and he comes to have his meal, which Radharani has cooked in the morning. Then they are looking at each other with sidelong glances, because Yashoda Maiya is there, Nanda Baba is there, even Balram is there, Krishna's friends are there. They all eat. And then Yashoda Maiya gives Krishna's remnants to Radharani. And Radharani shyly packs them and brings them to Barsana. And then she honors Krishna's Adharamrit, the nectar from Krishna's lips. And after Radharani relishes it, she gives it to her Sakhis, to all of us. Hare Krishna. And then Radharani takes permission from Kirtida Mata and Vrishabhanu Maharaj. I will go and do Surya Puja. And she goes to Surya Kund, where by this time Krishna, Balram and all the friends with their cows, they have gone for Gocharan Leela, taking permission of Yashoda Maiya and Nanda Baba. But Krishna, taking the help of his very confidential Priya Narma Sakhas like Subal Sakha, he breaks free from his friends, tricks them and breaks free, and meets Radharani secretly in Surya Kund. Then again at noon time, they have a secret meeting in Radha Kund. And they bathe in Radha Kund, they have their water sports, they play games, dice game, and so many games they play. And they have their swing They swing on their swings on the banks of Radha Kund. They have so many sweet pastimes at Radha Kund. In Govinda Lilamrit, it is described. They have beautiful pastimes in Radha Kund. The Manjaris and the Sakhis, they cook a nice feast for Radha and Krishna every afternoon. Radha and Krishna eat, and then Radharani distributes their Mahaprasad to all the Sakhis and Manjaris. And then they have wonderful pastimes. Then Krishna has to leave again to meet his friends. And then Radharani also has to go back to her home. And then in the evening, Krishna comes back with his friends and the cows. And again, Radharani and Sakhis, they come outside to take darshan of Krishna, see Krishna. And then Krishna comes home, then he takes his bath, and he again milks the cows. And then he has pastimes with his family and his friends. And then he pretends to sleep. When everyone sleeps, then Krishna escapes, unnoticed by everyone. And then he meets Radharani at the Ras Mandali at night. And all the gopis are there, all the manjaris are there. The manjaris have worked with a lot of love and prepared everything very perfect. Vrinda Devi has organized everything very perfect. And there are musical instruments, there is a symphony orchestra, beautiful Harinam Sankirtan, beautiful singing and dancing, and the Ras Leela takes place. Not just Ras Leela, there are water sports in the Yamuna at night, and all that is described in Chaitanya Charitamrita also, Ante Leela. So all these pastimes take place eternally. That little bit of separation is there in the spiritual world also, but that is when Krishna is having his pastime with other devotees. And then there is union. There is Milan, and there is Vipralambha, and there is Milan and Vipralambha. But Krishna Leela, you see, early morning Radha and Krishna meet. Then they meet at Surya Kund, they meet at noon time during at Radha Kund. They again meet in the evening, and they again meet at night. They again meet at night. So Krishna Leela is Milana Pradhan. There is mainly Milan. But Gaura Leela is Vipralambha Pradhan. Even in the Navadvip Dham of the spiritual world, Shvetadvip, it is described in Gauranga Leelamrit by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, and it is translated by Srila Prabhupada's disciple, His Grace Dashrath Sutta Prabhu from Alachua, very beautiful book. It is described that even in the Shvetadvip Navadvip, the spiritual world, eternally, Gauranga Mahaprabhu is meditating on Radha and Krishna. He's thinking of Radha and Krishna. He's calling out to Radha and Krishna. So Gauranga Leela is Vipralambha Pradhan. Therefore, in our Sampradaya, because we are Gaudiyas, there is so much Vipralambha. Even Srimad Bhagavatam talks about Vipralambha. In Srimad Bhagavatam also there is Vipralambha. So Krishna Leela is Milana Pradhan, Gauranga Leela is Vipralambha Pradhan. And these two, Milan and Vipralambha, Milan and Viraha, are the two banks of this Leela Pravaha, the river of Krishna and Gaura Leela. And in this book, Sri Srimad Gaur Govind Maharaj describes the embankment of separation. The bank, he describes the bank of Vipralambha, Gauranga Leela Pradhan, which is Gauranga Leela. And therefore he calls all these talks between Ramananda Rai, Swarup Damodar Goswami and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the Gambhira as the echoes of the Gambhira. Very deep and very sweet, very ecstatic. This is Gambhira Leela of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Sri Srimad Gaur Govind Maharaj used to go in great ecstasy and trance when he would describe this meeting of this Tattva of Jagannath Puri, the meeting between Jagannath and Mahaprabhu. And therefore, very great Vaishnava Acharya, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj, very dear friend of Srila Prabhupada. And Narayan Maharaj considered Srila Prabhupada as his Shiksha Guru. He said something very wonderful. In 1996 February, when Sri Srimad Gaur Govind Maharaj left us in Mayapur Dham, he left his body and went back to the spiritual world, became Nitya Leela Pravishta. the GBC made a resolution that Sri Srimad Gaur Govind Maharaj should be addressed as His Divine Grace. Because Sri Srimad Gaur Govind Maharaj was an Acharya. So he's called His Divine Grace, Gaur Govinda Swami Maharaj. So when this news came to Srila Narayan Maharaj that Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj has left, and the circumstances under which he left, in Sri Mayapur Dham, in Srila Prabhupada's Mayapur temple, the Chandrodaya Mandir, while talking about Jagannath Puri Dham, the Vipralamba Kshetra, two Matajis came and they asked Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj in the evening, after he had come back from the GBC meetings, why did Mahaprabhu choose Jagannath Puri to live? What is the internal reason? External reason is that Shachi Mata ordered him. What is the internal reason? And Sri Srimad Gaur Govind Maharaj got very excited. And he started describing who is Jagannath, what is the mood of Jagannath, who is Mahaprabhu, what is the mood of Mahaprabhu, how Mahaprabhu is Radharani in separation from Krishna, how Jagannath is Krishna in separation from Radharani, and how in Jagannath Puri Vipralamba Kshetra they meet eye to eye. And as he was describing the Milan after Vipralamba, embankment of separation, as he was describing, he left his body, went back to the spiritual world. Krishna took him. He entered into his samadhi and then left. When this news reached Srila Narayan Maharaj exclaimed, I had told him never to speak that Leela. Srila Narayan Maharaj said, I had told Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj never to speak that Leela, because I knew if he speaks this Leela, he goes so deep that he might leave his body. I was afraid, therefore I had warned him, Maharaj, never speak that Leela, because he will leave us. This is love, my dear friends. These are the Acharyas. These are the Acharyas that we belong to. So we should take Krishna consciousness very seriously. Krishna consciousness is like a very, very deep ocean. There is no limit how deep we can go. So with this, my dear friends, I will stop. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. I will not be able to take any questions today. So we will end the class here because I had another call at 12:20. It's 12:23. So we will end the class.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for a very nice enlightening class today. And we are grateful to you. And very wonderful, ecstatic class. We look forward to your association again in the future. And we can end the call now here. Vansha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubheva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki jai, Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, His Grace Adi Gadadhar Das Prabhu ki jai. Thank you, Prabhuji, very much.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, koti dandat pranam. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Dandat pranam, Prabhuji.